Hi guys, today I want to talk about AIChat. It's a really nifty CLI tool that I use every single day. I know it has AI in its name. Please don't hate me. This is actually super useful. If you like using terminal like me, because it makes you feel like you actually know what you're doing, and if you think terminal is just cool, I love terminal. I mean, I use many terminal-based applications, and sometimes I actually prefer them to their, desktop counterparts. But anyway, once you install AIChat, it actually takes just like a couple of seconds to install, and it's available on all operating systems. Then you need to configure AIChat to use provider of your choice, and they support pretty much all popular providers, right? So really cool. And in my case, I decided to use OpenRouter, and I chose to use DeepSeek V4 Flash. They actually came up with a new variant, 0741, which is optimized for agentic work. So again, this is a very cheap model. As you can see here, it's not going to cost you much, and it's smart enough for everything we want to do in the terminal. So once you have configured AIChat to use provider of your choice, you can start using it, right? And you can just type AIChat, and you will have ability to chat with AI in the terminal. Not really useful in my opinion. What I really like in AIChat is -E mode, -F mode, and -C mode. So I want to show you those very quickly. Well, let's start with -E mode. So AIChat, and then how many files in this folder, right? So basically you give this parameter -E, and then you just give a prompt, and now it will come back with a CLI command that you can execute in order to see how many files are in this folder. You can just type, for example, D to describe if you want to know what does this actually do. So it doesn't execute anything automatically, and you always see the command, and you can always find out what does this command actually do, right? And if you feel that, okay, I want to execute this, you just press enter, and here it is. What you can also do is you can then type R for revise, and then what will happen, you can provide a follow-up prompt. No, I actually meant deers, right? And it will create a new command, and then you can execute that. So that's super cool. Very useful. It's useful because you can learn, right? It can actually tell you what do those commands mean, what parameters it used and why and so forth, and it never executes anything automatically. So there is never a danger for it to do, basically deletion of files or something like that. You are always in the driving seat. So that's cool. Another thing you can do is -C, which is really good because it will create, for example, code that can be piped into files. I'll give you an example. AIChat -C, and then create a Hello World Python program, and then you just redirect the output to this file, right? And that's it. Now we can do Python hello py. That's it. Hello world. Super cool, right? Really useful. And another one that is basically a killer is ability to pipe basically output from other CLI programs to AIChat. I'll give you an example. netstat -N. This will show all the active internet connections, or local connections, network connections, I guess. And it's huge. And now you can ask it what is listening on SSH port, for example. So what will happen, netstat will execute, and then it will redirect output to AIChat, and now AIChat will then pass it to LLM model along with your prompt. So now this is super, super cool. I still didn't configure it to strip markdown. I will definitely do it later, but it's not a big deal. So now that's great. If you, for example, have an error or if something is not working, you can just pipe the output to AIChat. You can do also AIChat -f, and then you can give it a file and then a prompt, right? And it will answer. So this is super, super useful. There are many other ways you can use it, but those are just my favorite, right? It's a little application. It doesn't cost you much because you can use very cheap models. There are even some free models on OpenRouter you can use with it. But yeah, hopefully this is useful.